It is time for the July 2023 Vanguard portfolio update. A favorite video for my channel. People always are interested in seeing this and seeing how it's growing. So let's get straight into it. Currently, my portfolio has a value of £98,023.53. So we have almost hit one of the crazy goals, which was 100k. Hopefully, the next video I do, we will hit that goal. So how is this broken down? Well, it is broken down between my pension and my ISA. So the split between here is £11,459.32 for the pension, and then £86,000 for the ISA. So let's quickly go into the pension. This is just a small portfolio I've combined of my previous pensions from other jobs and put them in one place so I can track them. This is fully invested in the S&P 500, which is VUSA. We'll be talking about that further when we go into the ISA, but you can see it has gained around about £465. So that is quite nice. Obviously it's up, but the main thing is I actually know where it is. So when I need it in the future, I won't lose it. So that's the main thing. Let's get into the ISA. That is the bulk of the portfolio, and this currently has a value of £86,564.20. So what is this ISA? Well, it is a ISA that the UK government provides where you can put £20,000 a year into this ISA tax-free. You can see here currently I have £18,000 left. That's because I've not been too diligent in my investing. I had to skip out some months, but I am trying to invest £1,000 a month going on from now till the end of the year. £20,000 a year is the max, so it tells you how long is left and how much money you have left. So let's get into the main bulk of it. If we go to the investments, you can see that the only investment I have is, well, it's split between two holdings actually. Cash, which we'll talk about in a minute. That is some good dividends I've been paid, and we're going to be buying some more VUSA live, which is quite interesting. You can see how the dividends work. But this is the main holding, which is the S&P 500 ETF, otherwise known as VUSA. So what is this? Well, S&P 500 is a fund that is provided, and it's an index of large size company stocks in the US. Now what this is specifically is the Standard & Poor's 500 index, which is an index capitalization weighted index of 500 US stocks. So this is the largest 500 stocks in the US based on their market cap. If we have a look at some of the portfolio data here and scroll down, you can see that some of the holdings here, obviously Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, Google, Facebook, or Meta, Google's other Class C shares, Berkshire Hathaway, United Health. These are the largest companies in America, and obviously as Apple is the largest company in America at the minute, it has the highest amount of the fund, almost 8%, well, 7.67% of the fund. Some big rises here. For example, Nvidia, they've had a massive run up recently. They're one of the largest, fifth largest company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, I can't count. The fourth largest company in the US. And this is actually interesting when we talk about the dividends, but we'll go about that in a second. So as you can see, I've invested £73,000. It has a value of 86, which means I have 12,000 in profit. Now that is not entirely true, because if we look at the performance, you can see I've actually invested £67,000. This was because about a year ago I moved all of my funds. I had multiple funds on Vanguard. I was using the life strategy. I had some other smaller funds, and I moved them all into the S&P 500 because I had more faith in that, and that's probably why this little jump is here. You can see that everything kind of rose up. So overall, that is £68,000 with an 18,000 increase, which has took me to 86,500. Rate of return, Vanguard calculates it slightly differently. I'm going to ignore that. 60%, it's not 60%. Basically, it is about a 27% increase over these years, which when I started was August 2018, and I've been investing pretty regularly. As you can see, the graph is going up and up and up and up and up. And you can see it's been a bit all over the place. This is because I haven't been investing regularly, but obviously the market has had some big swings as well. So if we have, if we have a look at the payments, as I said before, I'm investing £1,000, but we do have 337 in the cash ISA. So let's go to the transactions. The reason for this, if I go into the cash statement, is we did get paid a nice dividend on the 12th of July at 21 pence per share, which returned me £283.36. So this is due to The dividend of Vanguard, S&P. Now, if I look at VUSA, this is dividend max. It tells you how much you earn based on dividends. And these were the pay dates here. Now, the current dividend yield is around about 1.5%, which works out at about, as I said before, 21 pence a share. This is the dividend yield of the S&P 500 over time. Now, since I started investing, which would be in the back end of 2018, you can see it has been quite low. I think 2% was about the highest it was, but you can see historically it's been all over the place with about a median and mean of 4%. If we look at the actual table here, you can see this is an estimate, and that's actually bang on because that's what I got paid. You can see the back end of 2022 is a little bit higher, but pretty much when I started, it's gone from 2% and has decreased. Now, obviously, the reason for this is as I said before, the type of companies that are coming in here, big stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, they're massive. A massive fraction of VUSA, but now obviously they do not pay a dividend. Back in the day when the largest companies in the S&P 500 were companies like Exxon, and they paid a massive dividend and the dividend yield was higher. So with the sort of rise of tech, yes, the dividend is lower, but the actual cash gains hopefully should be a little bit higher. Now, if we look over the last 5 years, this is where it's just relevant to me. I probably started investing around about then when it was 37%. And since then, it has gone up, £37 a share. It's gone up almost 75% in that time, which is a crazy, crazy growth. Obviously, I wish I could have put all my money in at this point, but I didn't have the money, which is why you keep on investing. You invest down the COVID crash, and things have been pretty all over the place since the start of 2022. This was my little dividend sheet actually, and this is quite interesting. This is all the dividends I've been paid since I started investing in Vanguard. You can see it's gone from £2 to a high of 304 and to 283, but I've actually got a nice little chart here which kind of shows the compounding growth of dividend investing. Obviously, you keep investing in the stocks, you get paid dividends. Obviously, I haven't beat the £300 I got paid back in October, but the dividend yield was a little bit higher. And that is why it is paid that. So hopefully we can beat that. But currently, I'm getting about £1,000 a year in dividends, which we will go back to Vanguard. And if we go to the invest now, we have 337 in cash. I got paid around about, well, actually, I can just go to my sheet here. I got paid 283, and with this being around about 65, that means I can purchase about 5 shares of VUSA. So if I have 337, I could probably do the maths, but why not when I can do this? Divided by 65, I can actually purchase 5 shares of VUSA. So what we'll do is we'll click continue. Now, you can't buy fractional shares on this. You can for VUSA, at least you can for life strategy and things like that. But for the equity funds, if I just type in VUSA here, I can put 337 into there, click next. And I will accept and change the payment method to cash. I can then submit, and hopefully in the coming days I will have 5 more shares of VUSA, which is obviously excellent to see. It hasn't done it yet, but that'll be cool to see in the future. There you go, there's the pending 5. Now it won't buy 337 exactly because we can't get that, but it will get slightly under that and it'll be 5 more. Right, guys. Actually, I just wanted to bring up one thing. There was a comment from a user. I've forgotten their name. Elephant Investing, I believe, who said there is a fund called... Oh, I didn't write it down. 1 second. Let me just quickly find that. Totally a good way to end a video. But if you guys are still here, then obviously you care a little bit. So hopefully this information will be somewhat useful. Yeah, sorry. Elephant Hunt Investing. They said there was an accumulation fund of VUSA called VUAG. And if I search for this, VUAG is an accumulation fund, as you said, where this will, instead of the dividends being paid to you, it's put into the fund directly. So if I just compare this with VUSA, you'll see it's almost exactly the same, but really it should be a little bit higher because of the dividends. So yeah, if you compare the two, you can see they are pretty neck and neck. But this is an accumulation fund. Unfortunately, as far as I can see, there is no way to invest in this. If I look for the funds that they provide, obviously I have 58 cents in cash. I won't be able to buy this, 58 pence, sorry. But if I look at this and look at all the investments, I could not see AU income. Obviously, we don't want that. But if I search for all of these and search for VUAG, it does not seem to be here. The only global funds we have VUSA in the USA, but there's no, unless it's this one, the US Equity Fund Accumulation. But I don't want to move all my funds if that's not the correct thing here. So if we just open this up, you'll see it looks similar as a quick glance, but yeah, there's not the actual VUAG that we can see that he mentioned there. Right guys, thanks for watching. Please give a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys next time.